picks up the baby and he praises God. Now, he praises, we're going to look at what he says in a second, but at first I want you to think of something being Mary and Joseph. What God has been doing for them is astounding. This is the certainty that Luke has been pointing to. Because it's one thing for us to say, God said something, believe it. Or somebody comes to you and says, hey, God wanted me to tell you this, believe it. You know, that's what most people think faith is. It's just blindly believing something that has no founding or foundation whatsoever. That's faith in a cult. That's not biblical faith. Biblical faith is believing based off of what reality is and then trusting in what we don't see past it. Meaning there's a foundation behind what we believe. Now, I'm not going to understand everything about it because God is God. But God gives us enough to hold on to. That those promises that seem so far off and hard, I'm going to trust those because look at what God has done so I can believe. Now, let's use this example of Mary and Joseph. Mary sees the angel Gabriel. You're going to have a child. Wow, this is crazy. How is this going to be? Don't worry, God is going to do it. Okay? If that was it, that would be hard to hold on to. But what does Gabriel say to her? And Elizabeth is also going to have a baby. Elizabeth, she's way too old to be having babies. No, she's going to have a baby. She's 6 months pregnant right now. So what does Mary go do? She goes and visits her. And she sees, wow, that angel wasn't lying. That was really a message from God. She doesn't say anything to Joseph. Joseph might be upset with this whole situation. What happens? Matthew chapter 1. He has a dream. An angel comes to him, says, don't worry, don't put her out. That's from God. Now, what conversation happens between them? She's going to, okay, now I have to explain to this guy that, you know, I didn't really cheat on you. This is from God. Oh, sure, heard that one. No, he's like, no, I know. That's another thing. That's another check on the list. Wow, what is God doing? So then the baby is born, and who shows up after he's born? A bunch of shepherds that we don't know. Some random people come into our house and say, you won't believe what we just heard. And there he is right there. And now they're taking this baby. They're going to the temple, and some random old guy comes up to them and says, that's the baby. That's the one. And this is probably before, because eventually they're gonna head back out of here. And who's going to show up later on? But these magi, these strange guys from the east, they're going to say, hey, not only is this baby somebody special, but he's the king, and we want to worship him. Now you tell me something. Is it blind faith for Mary and Joseph to believe that that baby is not just a regular baby? No. In fact, it would be complete foolishness for them to think that that child was anything but the anointed one, the Messiah of God. God does not say, believe on blind faith. And Luke is recording these events for us so that we too can have certainty in the things that we have been taught. This is an amazing gift that we have been given.